Welcome back to the latest video on our channel. Over the past 24 hours, we have received sad news about the passing of several extraordinary talents. In today's episode, we dedicate this time to remembering and honoring the memories and legacies these remarkable individuals have left behind. Before we begin, we sincerely ask for your support. If this video or the values they shared have touched your heart, please give it a like as a heartfelt tribute. Thank you all very much. Have you ever heard about the American legends who passed away today? If you know or have heard their stories, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, comment 0. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to leave a sub to support us so we can bring you more amazing stories. Greg Canam, a master artist behind some of the most impressive transformations in cinematic history, passed away on May 9, 2025 in California at the age of 73. He was best known for his Oscar-winning works, such as Mrs. Doubtfire, Vice Bram Stoker's Dracula, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but his influence extended far beyond these prestigious awards. In his later years, Greg faced serious health challenges, including diabetes, shingles, and a severe infection that led to the amputation of part of his leg. This sad news was confirmed by his close friend Rick Baker, marking the end of a celebrated and deeply respected era in the art of filmmaking. Greg's career spanned over 40 years, marked by his incredible ability to transform actors' faces with such surreal realism that it amazed audiences worldwide. This talent earned him 4 Oscars and 6 additional nominations. He rarely spoke about his own genius, choosing instead to let his work speak for itself. From turning Robin Williams into the beloved Scottish nanny in Mrs. Doubtfire to aging Brad Pitt in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, every detail bore his unmistakable signature. In 2005, Greg was honored with a Technical Achievement Award for inventing a special type of silicone that revolutionized makeup technology in film. His legacy extended far beyond the big screen. By 2023, as his health declined, the film industry community came together to support him, raising over $100,000 through a GoFundMe campaign. That generous spirit stands as a testament to the love and respect his colleagues had for him. Rick Baker once said that Greg's work will live on forever, transcending time and generations. Beyond cinema, Greg left a profound mark on popular culture. He contributed to Michael Jackson's iconic music video Thriller, an unforgettable milestone in music video history. He also worked on blockbuster films such as The Mask, Titanic, Ali, and Batman Returns. His influence continues through the generations of makeup artists he mentored, many of whom regard him as a steadfast source of inspiration for their own careers. Johnny Rodriguez, one of the pioneering and most influential Hispanic voices in country music, passed away peacefully on May 9, 2025 in San Antonio, Texas, at the age of 73. His daughter, Aubrey Rodriguez, announced the sad news on social media, sharing that the family was by his side during his final moments. After entering a nursing home earlier that week, Johnny took his last breath following a long battle with declining health. His passing marks the end of a musical journey spanning over half a century, leaving a profound impact on American music. Born in Sabinal, Texas in 1951, Johnny Rodriguez rose to fame in the 1970s with his unique blend of traditional country storytelling and rich Latin influences. At the age of 21, he ventured to Nashville, where his talent was quickly recognized and embraced. With hit songs like Pass Me By, If You're Only Passing Through and Riding My Thumb to Mexico, he became a chart-topping star who bridged multiple cultures through his music. His distinctive voice and bilingual lyrics paved the way for future generations of Latin country musicians to follow. In 2007, Johnny Rodriguez was honored with induction into the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame, recognizing his significant contributions to both the art and the community. In a heartfelt tribute, his daughter Aubrey wrote, "My father was not only a musical legend who touched the hearts of millions worldwide, but also a loving husband, father, uncle, and brother, whose warmth, humor, and compassion shaped the lives of everyone fortunate enough to know him." Aubrey also expressed deep gratitude for the love and support from the community during this difficult time. Her words reflect the sentiments of thousands of fans and colleagues who saw Johnny not only as an artist, but also as a cultural icon and a symbol of authenticity. Johnny Rodriguez forged a deep connection with people through the stories and melodies in each of his songs. He was not only a pioneer, but also a gifted storyteller, weaving the rhythms and roots of his heritage seamlessly into his music. Fellow artists remember him as a quiet pioneer, one who never sought the spotlight but always spoke up for a community that was rarely seen in country music. Though his voice is now silent, the spirit and emotions he conveyed through every song continue to live on in the memories, melodies, and hearts of music lovers everywhere. Jill Soule, known for her sharp wit, gentle melodies, and fearless honesty, enjoyed a career spanning over 3 decades. During this time, she released 12 albums featuring deeply thoughtful songs addressing identity politics, love, and mental health with a rare and authentic voice. As a singer-songwriter, Jill played a significant role in reshaping 1990s pop music with her breakthrough hit, "I Kissed a Girl." With a voice that was both playful and sincere, she spoke openly about sexuality and self-acceptance, before these themes gained widespread acceptance in pop music. That same year, her song "Supermodel" became a standout track on the Clueless soundtrack, cementing her status as an icon of the era. Tragically, Jill passed away in a house fire on May 1, 2025 in Woodbury, Minnesota at the age of 66. Her representative confirmed the sad news to Variety magazine, adding that the fire is still under investigation by authorities to determine the cause. Beyond her success in pop music, Jill expanded her career with politically charged protest songs, heartfelt pop-folk confessions, and even a critically acclaimed autobiographical musical titled Seventh Grade. Her longtime manager, John Porter, described Jill as a force of nature and a steadfast human rights advocate whose music deeply permeated our culture. Agent Craig Geeman remarked, "Jill was incredibly funny. If you ever saw her perform live, you'd feel the warmth of a true friend." Friends and colleagues remember her not only for her artistic talent, but also for her generosity and tireless activism. Writer Sarah Thigh shared her thoughts while Margaret Cho wrote, "I am truly shocked and still cannot accept this loss. Rest in power, Jill." Jill leaves behind a loving family and a loyal fan base who saw her not just as an artist, but as a courageous voice speaking out on issues many feared to address. Her music will live on through laughter, bravery, and the unique stories only she could tell. Tony Baccara, a renowned artist known for his vibrant grid paintings and lifelong dedication to art, passed away on April 23, 2025 in New York, coinciding with his 83rd birthday. Listen Gallery confirmed the sad news, but did not disclose the specific cause. Baccarat was renowned for his technique of layering vibrant quarter-inch squares, creating artworks that blur the boundaries between order and spontaneity. His paintings are often described as optical symphonies, inviting viewers to experience color structure and perception in entirely new ways. Born in San Juan, Puerto Rico in 1942, his artistic journey was shaped by a profound blend of philosophy, international studies, and a passion for visual storytelling. Although his works have been exhibited at prestigious institutions such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art, his influence extended far beyond his paintings. For 15 years, he served as chairman of the board at El Museo del Barrio, helping elevate the museum to become a leading voice for Latinx and Latin American art. Tony Baccarat was not only a gifted artist, but also a steadfast advocate for his peers, notably supporting Carmen Herrera long before she gained worldwide recognition. Friends and colleagues remember Tony not just as a master painter, but also as a generous mentor and tireless champion of cultural organizations. His passing is a tremendous loss, as Patrick Charpanel, director of El Museo del Barrio, expressed. Tony's visionary leadership paved the way for the El Museo del Barrio as it stands today, and his legacy will continue to inspire generations of artists to come. He encouraged bold thinking, consistently supported new ideas, and devoted himself wholeheartedly to the arts community. Former director Julian Zuga Zaguitia announced that to honor Tony Baccarat's tremendous contributions, El Museo del Barrio will host a public memorial gala in 2025 dedicated exclusively to him. Through every painting he created and every organization he helped build, Tony's influence continues to resonate quietly yet profoundly. Nikki Caton, an actor renowned for his intense and unpredictable roles in films like Dazed and Confused, A Time to Kill, and The Limey, passed away on April 8, 2025, in Burbank, California, at the age of 54. His lawyer, John Salos, confirmed the news, while his sister, Elise Ravenscraft-Oft, revealed that Nikki had been battling depression for a long time. "He fought bravely but quietly," she said. "Nikki's passing is a reminder of the silent battles many face and the urgent need to raise awareness about mental health." Beginning his acting career at a young age, Nikki appeared in films like Gremlins and the BBS before becoming a familiar name in the indie film scene and television. His role as Clint Bruno in Dazed and Confused earned him a cult following, with director Richard Linklater affirming that Nikki brought a uniquely personal spirit to the character. Nikki had a deep love for supporting roles, bringing something unique and special to every character he portrayed. His role as Harry Sennett in Boston Public showcased his acting prowess, playing a passionate and often controversial teacher who challenged social norms with his candid beliefs. He also appeared in projects by renowned filmmakers such as Steven Soderbergh, Christopher Nolan, and Quentin Tarantino. Director Robert Rodriguez, who worked with Nikki on Sin City and Planet Terror, remembered him as a true artist and a wonderful friend off-screen. He praised Nikki's meticulous preparation, creative energy, and professionalism, describing his performances as pure magic in every scene. Although he often played complex characters, those close to Nikki remember him as a generous soul with a gentle sense of humor and profound intellect. The hope Nikki Caton's sister shares by telling his story is to ensure that others no longer feel alone in their own inner battles. His legacy lives on through the complex, multidimensional characters he brought to life. Each of these roles carries a deep humanity, making them truly unforgettable. Martin, short actor, comedian, and stage and television performer, is one of the most beloved figures in North American entertainment. With his lively acting style, charming humor, and genuine openness, he has captivated audiences not only with laughter, but also with warmth, kindness, and a contagious zest for life shining through every role. Born on March 26, 1950, in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Martin grew up in a family of 5 siblings. His childhood was marked by profound losses, with his father passing away when he was just 12, and his mother following 8 years later. Yet from this pain emerged something extraordinary, a calling not only to perform, but to connect, to bring people together through joy and laughter. Martin Short is not simply a comedian or performer. He is a masterful storyteller who conveys the human spirit through wit, charm, and endless charisma. Over more than 5 decades, he has brought unforgettable characters, genuine moments of humor and laughter that lingers long after the stage lights go down. His career took off brilliantly on the Canadian sketch comedy show SCTV, where audiences were introduced to his unique talent for character creation, Ed Grimley, with his wild, upright hair and quirky expressions. Jackie Rogers Jr., the flamboyant albino lounge singer, and Nathan Thurm, the anxious, paranoid lawyer perpetually on edge. These characters were more than mere caricatures. They were nuanced portraits reflecting the absurdities and anxieties hidden beneath the surface of society, those we often try to mask behind a veneer of politeness and daily routines. Martin also captivated American audiences with his single season on Saturday Night Live, helping to revive the show during a tumultuous creative period. In that brief time, he delivered not only laughter, but also authenticity and depth, proving the power of sketch comedy rooted in both refined technique and genuine emotion. His film career soared with the classic Three Amigos, starring alongside Steve Martin and Chevy Chase. In the movie, he played Ned Netherlander, an innocent, sweet character who brought charming humor and helped maintain the film's signature quirky atmosphere. Another iconic performance by Martin was his role as Frank Eaglehoffer in Father of the Bride, the eccentric wedding planner with a quirky voice and exaggerated mannerisms that could have easily come off as a caricature. But Martin infused the character with warmth and heart, turning him into a cherished part of countless families' cinematic memories. It wasn't just a comedic role, it was a joyful celebration amid the chaos of love. Recently, Martin Short has found renewed acclaim through the hit series Only Murders in the Building, where he plays Oliver Putnam, a struggling theater director with a fierce passion for storytelling and a flair for dramatic flair. Alongside longtime friends Steve Martin and pop icon Selena Gomez, Martin brings a signature blend of tenderness, depth, and playful wit to the screen. His performance is not only masterfully executed, but also vividly alive, echoing a lifetime devoted to art and the quiet wisdom of a man who understands that sometimes comedy is simply tragedy told at the right moment. Behind the applause and praise lies a journey marked by profound personal challenges. Martin Short quietly endured the pain of loss when his beloved wife of 3 decades, actress Nancy Dolman, passed away in 2010 after a long battle with illness. Together, they built a loving home and raised 3 children with care and humility. In numerous interviews thereafter, Martin expressed not bitterness but deep gratitude, a rare grace in an industry that often favors ego over empathy. He also faced health challenges, including a diagnosis of Hashimoto's disease affecting his thyroid. Yet Martin consistently brought energy and vibrant presence to every appearance, choosing strength and purpose over self-pity. What makes Martin's resilience so remarkable is not just his talent on stage or screen. It's his steadfastness, warmth, and rare ability to make us feel seen and understood through every laugh. He never relies on cruelty or cynicism. His humor is an invitation, not exclusion. He reminds us of our shared absurdities, and in doing so brings us closer together. Throughout his career, Martin has been honored with multiple Emmy Awards, a Tony Award for Best Leading Actor in a Musical, and was appointed an Officer of the Order of Canada, one of the highest civilian honors in his homeland. But perhaps his greatest achievement cannot be measured by awards, but by the millions of quiet moments when someone somewhere smiles softly because of the laughter he brought into their lives. Martin once said, "You're not famous to your family, you're just the person they have to live with." That humility, paired with his profound insight into humanity, has crafted a story worthy of being told time and again. Looking back on the body of work Martin Short has given us, rich in color, diverse in character, and full of compassion, we are reminded that joy isn't just found in jokes, but in genuine presence. He has taught us that pain and laughter often walk hand in hand, and that a meaningful life is not one without sorrow, but one that continues to shine despite the shadows. Karen Durban, an influential feminist journalist and former editor-in-chief of The Village Voice, passed away on April 15, 2025 in Brooklyn at the age of 80. The sad news resulting from complications related to dementia was confirmed by her longtime friend and colleague Cynthia Carr. With bold editorial choices and deep cultural insight, Karen became the second woman to lead The Village Voice. There, she helped reshape the newspaper's voice and readership, turning it into a vital platform for cultural and political discourse. Karen joined The Village Voice in 1974 and quickly gained attention for her candid writings on feminism, LGBTQ rights, and pioneering cultural issues. When she became editor-in-chief in 1994, she ushered in a new era focused on attracting younger readers and challenging the status quo. Richard Goldstein, former executive editor of The Voice, remarked that she led the paper into a modern era and was unafraid to cross sensitive boundaries. A notable moment was when she approved the publication of a 1996 article linking nightclub promoter Michael Ale to a murder despite significant legal risks. Earlier, Karen faced strong internal backlash when assigning a controversial biography of performance artist Karen Finley. Cynthia Carr recalled, "She was fearless. She saw what you were trying to achieve and helped you get there. Her support gave writers the confidence to take on bigger challenges." Beyond her role at The Village Voice, Karen also wrote film reviews for the New York Times, Elle magazine, and Mirabella. The depth of her insight left a lasting mark as distinctive as her own personality. Karen Durban's early essays deeply explored identity relationships and loneliness, written with clarity and heartfelt vulnerability. Former editor Martin Gottlieb noted that she held a strong belief in the power of art as a force for life-changing transformation. This conviction guided her work for decades and shaped the way a generation of writers, readers, and editors perceived the world around them. Olive Sturgis, a familiar face on television during the golden era of the 1950s and 1960s, passed away peacefully on February 19, 2025 in Los Angeles at the age of 91. Her family confirmed the sad news, closing an important chapter in a career that brought her into the living rooms of millions of North American viewers. Best remembered for her roles in classic Western television shows and as Estelle Craven in Roger Corman's acclaimed horror comedy, The Raven, Olive Sturgis had a career defined by charm, consistency, and an unmistakable screen presence. Born on October 8, 1933, in Ocean Falls, British Columbia, she moved to Hollywood in her early 20s and signed with Universal Studios. Olive's career flourished during the golden age of Western television, with guest roles in Rawhide Bonanza, The Virginian Maverick, and many others. Audiences adored her for her natural, relatable, and sincere style. Whether riding horses through dusty frontier towns or appearing in light-hearted comedies like The Donna Reed Show and Petticoat Junction, her 1963 role in The Raven alongside Vincent Price and Boris Karloff remains an enduring highlight cherished by generations of horror film fans. In a later interview, Olive shared, "We told honest stories about the West, about romance, laughter, and loss. Stories with a beginning, a climax, and an end that made you feel something when they were done." This perspective, rooted in craft and connection, remained a hallmark of her performances throughout her career. Off-screen, Olive was known for her warmth and professionalism, fondly remembered by colleagues and fans alike. She stepped away from acting in the 1970s to focus on raising her daughter Amy, especially after the death of her husband, musician Dale Anderson. Though she stepped away from the spotlight, Olive's legacy endures through reruns and in the memories of those who cherish her work. She is remembered not only for her roles, but also for the era she quietly, gracefully, and authentically helped define. Lenny Schultz, the high-energy comedian, renowned for his wacky stage antics and distinctive use of sound effects, passed away at his home in Delray Beach, Florida, on Sunday, March 16, 2025, at the age of 91. His son, Mark Schultz, confirmed the sad news to the New York Times. The cause of death has not been disclosed. Born in the Bronx on December 13, 1933, Lenny Schultz initially dreamed of becoming a professional baseball player. However, a shoulder injury altered his path. After serving in the military, he studied education and spent decades as a high school gym teacher in New York City. Even as his comedy career took off, his early routines were honed in front of students who always encouraged him to bring joy and humor to the stage. In 1969, Lenny debuted at the Improvisation in Manhattan, then performed at Catch a Rising Star and the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, quickly building a reputation for his chaotic yet captivating style. He became a regular guest on TV shows like The Tonight Show and Laugh-In, often bringing quirky props like a chicken costume, baby dolls, toy horses, and cereal boxes. Lenny's comedy, though often surreal, maintained a unique rhythm and warmth. Comedian Bill Sheff once remarked, "There was no one like Lenny." David Letterman, who featured him on Late Night, remembered him as a legend among their comedy circle. Letterman even admitted, "If I let him down, I'd feel guilty." In his final years, though, retired from the stage, Lenny remained beloved in the comedy community. He is survived by his son Mark, and colleagues remember him not only for his onstage energy, but also for the joy he inspired in others. Schultz called himself a kook, a fitting label for a man who never sought polish, but aimed to make people laugh as loudly and unexpectedly as possible. Lenny Schultz stood out with a performance style blending absurd humor and a plethora of creative props. He left an indelible mark on the comedy scene of the 1970s and 1980s, becoming an unforgettable performer who was hard for audiences to forget and for peers to match. Thank you for being with us as we pay tribute to the incredible American legends who left us today. Their stories and legacies will forever remain alive in our hearts. If this video touched you, please give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe so you never miss our upcoming captivating stories. See you in the next video.